Hey Eagles Nation! The latest moves behind the scenes for the Eagles are stirring up a lot of speculation. The team has made some interesting signings, all of them low-key, but potentially transformative. Today we bring you fresh updates straight from the nest. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated with all the daily news about the Eagles. Let's get right to the news. It seems like Howie Roseman is building something big, and many believe one of these additions might be just what the Eagles need to get back to the Super Bowl. While I don't know exactly what Howie's plans are, I trust him completely. If you also believe he knows what he's doing, make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment saying, "Go Eagles!" Now, let's get to the news. Recently, the Eagles signed Avery Williams, a name that at first glance might seem like just a depth addition, but don't be fooled. Williams is not just an ordinary running back. He's an incredibly versatile player with skills that could make a big difference in special teams and beyond. Originally drafted by the Falcons in 2021 as a defensive back, Williams made a seamless transition to offense. In 2022, he was used in a variety of roles on offense, lining up in the backfield, in the slot, as a tight end, and even as a wide receiver. This kind of versatility gets coaches excited, and his addition is even more significant, with Britton CVI's departure leaving a big void in the punt return game. Williams averaged 10.9 yards per return in Atlanta, a performance that's nearly on par with CVI's career average. With a fresh start in Philadelphia, Williams could easily step into that role. However, the big question remains. After an ACL injury that caused him to miss the entire 2023 season, will he be able to regain the explosiveness he once had? And as if that weren't enough, the Eagles also brought in tight end Kellen Nedo. This signing raises some eyebrows, especially since the team had just signed another tight end, Harrison Bryant, the day before. The sequence of these signings might indicate that Dallas Goedert, entering the final year of his contract, might be on his way out of Philadelphia. Neto, a former fourth-round pick, is not just another name to fill the roster. In 2023, he recorded 30 receptions for 368 yards, averaging over 12 yards per catch. Compared to the performance of Jack Stoll, the Eagles' second tight end, Neto brings a level of talent to the tight end position that the team hasn't had in a while. This could be a sign of bigger changes to come. Lastly, the Eagles also announced the return of Patrick Johnson, a familiar face, but one who could play an important role in a quieter way. Johnson has been with the team since 2021, primarily serving as a rotational pass rusher and contributing on special teams. With the new defensive system under Vic Fangio, one of the league's top defensive minds, Johnson may have the opportunity to evolve even further. While he's never recorded a sack in the NFL, his value goes beyond the stats. His experience within the Eagles system and his contributions to special teams make him a key depth piece. To sum it up, we have the addition of versatility with Avery Williams, a tight end in Neto who could signal future changes for the team, and the return of Patrick Johnson to help ensure the necessary depth. None of these signings are making big headlines, but for those of us who know how this team operates, we see what's happening. Howie Roseman is building something piece by piece, and the goal is clear: sustain success, stay ahead of the curve, and position this roster for another deep playoff run. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Avery Williams can replace CVI as the main punt returner? And with the signing of Kellen Nedo, do you think this means Dallas Goedert might be on his way out? What do you think about Patrick Johnson's return? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you're still here, it's because you're as excited about these moves as I am. Let's be honest, these aren't just random depth signings. They're strategic moves by Howie Roseman, who's always 2 steps ahead while the rest of the league is playing checkers. If you read between the lines, the long-term vision becomes much clearer. What do you think of these Eagles you Do you believe Avery Williams' arrival will actually change the game on punt returns? And what about Kellen Nedo and Patrick Johnson? Do you think these moves signal bigger changes for the team? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.